Good morning. This is cause number 2019-85788 in the interest of Cortland Williams. Uh, Parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. We've got a mute on, Mr. Walker.
This is actually for Mr. Williams first, Judge. The challenge for the acknowledgement of paternity is the Williams matter first.
All right. Is Mr. Williams on?
Yes.
Okay. Raise your right hand to be sworn, sir. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. Please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Courtney Williams, father.
All right. And for the state?
Angela Jeffries.
Sir.
Uh, and we've got a Uniform Interstate Family Support Act petition. What are we doing today, Ms. Jeffries?
Your Honor, Mr. Williams wishes to challenge the acknowledgement of paternity. The only issue I have with that, Your Honor, is the state objects, but also this is a Louisiana acknowledgement of paternity that he wishes to challenge.
Well, this child is 15 years old. Is that correct, Mr. Williams?
16 years old.
And he has your name, Cortland Williams, and you're saying he's not your child?
Well, I was incarcerated when a lot of this stuff was done. So, and we lived together prior to that, and a little while after that. So the acknowledged paternity test that was sent to Louisiana when I was in Louisiana was done by somebody else, not me.
Oh, do you know this child?
I know him, but I haven't been down there.
I mean, when was the last time you saw this child?
A few years ago.
And you think somebody else is the father of this child, not you?
I'm not sure.
Well, did you ever live together with this child?
Yes, back in 2013, 14.
You lived with the mother, Kimberly?
Correct.
All right. And this child recognized you as his father, right?
We haven't had this discussion. We, like I said, we lived together, and I was taking care of him and her, and then they wound up putting me out, and then I just wound up getting papers, but we never acknowledged all of this stuff.
No, there is an acknowledgement of paternity. Is that correct, Ms. Jeffries?
There is.
Are you saying, Mr. Williams, you didn't sign that acknowledgement of paternity?
No, sir. It was her and her uncle or someone and somebody that she knows at the courthouse in Louisiana. That was all done while I was incarcerated.
Let's see.
And they told me that's another matter.
Well, okay, that's a Louisiana
matter that I'm dealing with as well.
Do we have a copy of the AOP, Ms. Jeffries?
Yes, Your Honor. In the petition that we filed, petition, it is attached at the bottom. It's, I think, page 18, so one of the last pages.
All right, let me look at that. There is a certificate of live birth.
And then further down,
Judge, even on the certificate of live birth, it has incorrect information on me. I guess it was information that she gave to them that was even on the live birth certificate is wrong.
What is wrong on the live birth certificate?
Let me look at it. I think it was the I made it note. I think it was my place of birth and um
This shows child's last name is Walker on the live birth certificate, and the father's last
no,
name is Walker. First name
no, this has no,
Thaddeus. What what
no,
what is that? What is that about, Miss Jeffries? You notice it says the father's name is Thaddeus Walker.
I'm looking at it, Your Honor. I'm sorry, let me look at it more closely, but I have the child's last name is Williams.
Okay, look at the certificate of live birth on.
Right. And I see Lafayette, and I see first name is Corton Joseph Williams.
Uh, okay, hold on a minute.
I don't know if you're looking at the other case for Walker.
What what page are you looking at? I'm looking at the very last page, acknowledgement of paternity affidavit,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It should say Corton
And
Joseph Williams.
it says father's information, Thaddeus DeMont Walker.
Your Honor, that's the other case. That's after this one. So
Oh,
you're looking
well,
at the
what
wrong
page
case.
is this one on?
This one is on page 17 and 18 of the
7,
court petition.
10, 11, 12, 13, 15. I don't, that's the last page that I have.
Can you tell me what cause number you're looking at, Your Honor?
Maybe I'm looking at the wrong cause number. Okay, that's probably what the problem is. I'm looking at Walker. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me pull up this case. Okay, let's look at the your petition, which was filed in December of 19. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now let me go down. All right, it's got him as the father. Walker. That's not your signature, sir, on December 15th, 2004?
no, sir.
Have has he sent the hmm. And why did you live with this lady and that child if you didn't think that child was yours?
We were dating,
You were what?
and I
I'm
mean
sorry.
we were only dating. And
Did you
when I lived
have?
there,
All right. Did you have
sir,
sexual relations with her?
of course we lived together.
Okay. And so, hold on. So, did you live with her in 2004?
No, sir.
Did you know her back then?
Um,
You have sexual relations with her back then?
no.
You didn't even know her?
He asked, did I have sexual relations with her in 2004? No, sir.
Well, when did you first have sexual relations with her?
I don't know. It's been a long time.
Well, so you don't know if you had it in 2004.
No, sir.
Oh. Well, you're going to have to deal with Louisiana on this deal. This child's already 15 years old. I'm not going to order any DNA testing at this point. So the challenge to the AOP is denied.
Thank you,
Okay.
Your Honor.
I'm just going to save this and then you can try to work something out if you can.
Okay, Mr. Williams, I need you to log back into the other Zoom, and a child support officer will speak with you.
Okay.
So go ahead and sign out for me, please.
Okay.
And now we've got Walker. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the father is present telephonically.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is a petition under the uniform, under UFSA, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're having a hearing, and do we have any stipulations?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
All right. Let's read those into the record.
Yeah, yes, sir. Parties have stipulated that the non-disclosure of the custodial parent's address is agreed to. The parties have also stipulated that the child support will be $189 beginning November 1st of 2020. And also, Your Honor, that the medical support will be $57 beginning November 1st of 2020.
All right. And what are the
What is that
issues?
issue? The only issue that I believe, Your Honor, is the retro amount and the payout on that retro.
All right, let's proceed.
Your Honor, I'm going to be calling my child support officer to testify. Do you need to swear him in, sir?
All right, Mr. Barrera, you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Barrera, please state your name and your relationship or your involvement in this court, in this case.
Arnaldo Barrera, and I'm a child support officer for the state of Texas.
Okay, and sir, your name and your relationship to the child, Mr. Walker,
I'm the father, sir.
and your name?
Thaddeus Walker.
Okay, and let me see, I've got to get this case pulled up. Hold on a minute.
Yes, sir.
For the state?
Angela Jeffries, Your Honor.
All right, this child was born in 2007.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, let's proceed. And retroactive child support is the issue.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's proceed.
I would ask that you take judicial notice of the uniform support petition provided by the state of Louisiana. I would also ask that you take judicial notice that Mr. Walker signed an acknowledgement of paternity stating that he is the father of the child before the court.
Okay,
Can I call my first witness, Your Honor?
all right.
The state calls Thaddeus Demont Walker. Mr. Walker,
Yes,
what is your relationship to the child before this court?
I'm the father of Cody Albany Walker.
And have you ever sent Miss Worthy any money for the support of this child?
Absolutely. Yes, I have. Do you want me to go through the whole story or just ask her now?
No.
Okay.
Do you
Yes,
have
I have.
Do you have a value of the amount that you sent to Miss Worthy for child support?
Um, throughout the whole, I say about 6, 7, 8,000. I don't know. I don't have receipts for it though.
Okay, so it is your testimony that you sent $6,000 to $8,000, but you do not have any receipts to produce.
No, I don't have. No, I never thought it'd come to this situation. No, I don't recall having any type of receipts. Even the recent receipts, I have not saved any
Okay.
or put them to the side.
Okay. Have you ever resided in the same household as the child or the mother in the last 4 years, sir?
No, not the last 4 years. No, ma'am.
Now, going back to your income in 2016, because we're seeking 4 years of retro. In
Yes.
2016, do you remember or recall what your income was in 2016 by any chance?
2016 was working in Lake Charles, Louisiana. I was bringing home no more. I say about 15, about $2,000 a month or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere along that time. That it's been a while, so I don't remember how much it was.
Okay, were you working in, do you recall if you were working in November of 2016 at that same place, or if you have been unemployed those months?
At that same place, it's possible. Yes, I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I don't remember that far back or how
Okay.
much.
For 2017, sir, do you remember any wages that you might have made in 2017?
2017, I believe I was still working at that job, the LNG plant. Yes.
Okay. For 2018, do you remember what you were making, sir?
No, I got laid off, but at the end of that 2017, I got laid off.
And when you say the end of 2017, do you remember the month, sir?
No, ma'am, I don't.
For April of 2018, do you recall where you were working or if you had any source of employment, sir?
No. That time I was trying to find something.
Okay. For 2019, sir, do you recall if you had employment during those months?
Yes, 2019, I was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
How much were you making, sir?
At that time, I was doing pretty good. I say about 6,000 a month.
Okay. And did you keep that job all year long?
Yes, 1 year. Actually, when the pandemic hit, that's when I got laid off the job.
In 2019 or 2020, sir?
2020. That's how long I stayed there on that job.
Okay. So you've been at that place of employment from 2019 until you got laid off in the pandemic. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And
Because of the pandemic, yes.
And when did you lose your job due to the pandemic?
Because when at the same soon as it hit, what was that? Oh Lord, I don't know the exact January. Was it January?
January of 2020, you're saying you got laid off?
Yes. As soon as the pandemic hit, we was all laid off.
Okay. And have you been receiving any unemployment from you being laid off, sir?
Yes, I received a small lump sum for Pennsylvania laws to continue to give us some type of revenue. Yes, but then that stopped.
What was the amount of the lump sum, sir?
Between 500, 500, 500 a week.
And how long did they give you that $500?
It's been since 2 months, 3 months now.
So was it a lump sum, sir, or was it $500?
No, it was just 500 a week.
And you are still receiving that, or you stopped receiving that?
No, they stopped it.
And when was the date that they stopped it?
I don't know exactly the date. I say about 3 months ago.
Okay. And so is your testimony?
2 months. Yes.
Okay.
Something
Is your
like that.
testimony that once we calculate what the arrears are, the court should take into consideration that you've given Ms. Worthy $6,000 to $8,000? Is that your testimony,
I
sir?
mean, yes, that's my testimony. Definitely, it was just the point to where Miss Shanita found out that I had just had a child recently, to where she's wanted to pursue of putting me on child support. But we had the conversations of me giving Cody money outside of the court. I don't know what made her turn that around and say, well, I want money through the court, because I was giving money to her outside of the court. But like I said, I didn't save any receipts to back me up.
Are you saying in the last 4 years you've been giving her money?
Well, I had a situation to where we were still having problems of me not commuting with my daughter because of what happened to the past. But we just recently had got back with each other far as communicating, and my daughter was not talking on the phone, so I had problems with that. So and then, but she'll call me, ask me for money for Cody, and I will give her the money.
Are you
Even
talking
though Cody,
about during the last 4 years, sir?
yes,
Or is it before then?
before that and during the last 4 years. I mean, just recently, because we had lost contact with each other, and it was a
Okay.
problem to where I couldn't see the child. She wouldn't allow me to see the child.
Okay, when are you talking about? Just recently you got back together in
Oh,
terms of
we
having
we
contact?
yeah, contact was I want to be exact of the month. I say within 3 months ago.
And so how long were you not in contact with her?
Um, it was a pretty good while, sir. It was a pretty good while.
I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years? What?
Well, it could have been 5, 6. It's been about 5, 6 years I didn't get in contact with her, but she wouldn't allow me to see her.
Okay, up until about 3 months ago. Is that correct?
Yes. My sister had reached out to my daughter, and my daughter had actually reached out to her, and we was able to, exchange numbers.
Okay, so in the last 3 months, have you given her any money?
The last 3 months, no, sir.
Okay, and then you weren't in contact with her for
Before,
some 5 years before, right?
yes. The 3
Okay,
months.
but before those 5 years, you've probably given her $6,000 or $7,000.
Yes, I have. We
Okay,
were
so
still,
we're only talking about retroactive child support for the last 4 years. You just told me
yeah.
that you have not given her anything in the last 4 years. Is that correct?
No. I mean, what I mean by that, the 3 months ago, I have gave her money.
You've given her money in the last 3 months. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, for my daughter's school supplies and school and everything else. Her chilling also.
How much have you given her in the last 3 months?
I say it would have been my
Total, say.
I don't know, about $600 or something like that.
All right, so you want credit for $600 for what you've given her in the last 3 months,
Well,
correct?
Well, reason, sir, to be honest with you, what I'm saying is I lost my job and I don't have the money right now to pay for what they are asking me for right now. And I
All
don't
right.
want to put myself in a farther bind than what I'm already in. So
All
that's
right.
what I was asking, what could be done. I don't have the money because I've been laid off because of the pandemic.
All right. I understand that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that's the only reason why I'm asking that, to not put myself in a bind that I'm already in right now.
Okay, but nevertheless, you owe back child support.
Yes, I wouldn't have if I'm gonna say. I mean, I don't mean to be like rude, but this. I mean, yeah, this wouldn't have happened. It was like, once she found out I had a child, then she wanted to run up to the courthouse and say, "Hey, this guy owed me this much money. I
All right.
want this from him." I mean, it's just, we could have been through this. We could have been done this years ago. Why now?
I don't know,
And
but
the daughter,
nevertheless, we got a lawsuit here, and she's asking for
yes,
retroactive child support. So
yes,
let's
yes.
proceed, Ms. Jeffries. Go ahead.
And the $600 that you gave her, how did you send her that $600?
I I sent it through actually. I sent it through cashier's check. I don't have it.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't have it at all.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
All right. Call your next witness.
The state calls Arnaldo Barrera. Mr. Barrera, can you state your name for the court, sir?
Arnaldo Barrera,
And where you're employed?
Texas Child Support Office for the Attorney General,
And what's your position there, sir?
Child Support Officer.
And what is the nature of your responsibilities and duties as a child support officer?
I conduct investigations and calculate child support and retroactive child support.
And have you received any special training to calculate child support and retro support, sir?
Yes,
Okay, and is that training in compliance with the Texas Family Code?
yes,
And have you calculated retro in this case based on the information you were given?
yes.
Okay, for the year of 2016, what did you calculate the child support should have been?
2016, $189 per month.
Okay, Your Honor, I just want to make clear we're seeking a child support or retro period from November of 2016 to October of 2020. And so for 2017, what did you calculate the child support to be or retro child support to be?
Per month, 189. Total is 2,268 for the
Okay,
year.
all right. And was that based off minimum wage or was that based off wages you received for him?
It was based on minimum wage because no income information was found.
Okay. For 2018, what did you calculate child support to be?
For 2018, the first 3 months would have been based on minimum wage was 189, and the next 9 months would be based on his income. Child support would be 870 per month. Total for the 2018 came up to be 8,397.
Okay. And then for 2019, what did you calculate his child support to be?
For 2019, we had wages, and for the first 6 months, child support should have been 785. And for the last 6 months of the year, no income was found, so it was based on minimum wage at 189. Total for 2019 was 5,844.
Okay. And for 2020, what did your investigation show his wages were for 2020?
For 2020, the wages for the first 3 months was average monthly 9,831 and 33 cents. Child support for the first 3 months would have been 1,306 per month.
Okay.
Um,
And so the total through
and
October.
then from April through October, no income was found. Based on minimum wage is 189 per month. So for 2020, it came up to $5,241.
Okay, and what did you calculate the total for the retro period to be?
The total period from November 2016 through October of 2020 is $22,128.
And what did you calculate the retro payment to be on that $22,128?
I calculated the payment at $150 per month, beginning November 1st.
Okay. I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Walker, do you have any questions for this gentleman?
No, sir, I don't.
All right. Anything further, Ms. Jeffries?
No, Your Honor, that's all that I have.
Anything further, Mr. Walker?
No, sir, that was my argument of me being laid off right now.
What is the interest on that amount, Mr. Barrera?
Interest will be calculating at 110.64. 110.64 cents monthly.
All right.
And Your Honor, our total did not include that. I don't know if you're going to give him credit for that $600, but it did not.
Yes, yes, I am. So I'm going to find the retroactive child support judgment in the amount of $21,528 to be paid at the rate of $115 a month beginning November 1st, 2020. Give me an order, please.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Walker, I'll give you a little instructions right now when to log back into the other one.
How would I do that?